Okay, mic check, audio check. Can you hear me? Okay, so this one is for Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, also known as Cure Bronte. So let's take a look. We have some questions here. Let me give them to you. Let's start. So, first one, in the opening chapters of the novel, what is the Red Room primarily a symbol of in Jane's childhood? So, which one? So, when it comes to this, remember that it is always the uh, oppression of women. Okay, oppression of Jane. Oh, imprisonment. I mean, okay, oppression against Jane. So that's why the answer here is letter B. Okay, the answer is here is letter B. It was never about warmth and comfort, romantic passion, wealth or prosperity. It's always about Jane's imprisonment and her lack of social mobility. Okay, when we say social mobility, it's about, moving on to the next social status. Okay, it could be economic, it could be, social status, getting married, single, it just depends on it. Okay, next one we have, which character serves as Jane's primary foil at Lowood Institution, representing Christian stoicism and passive endurance? Okay, which one? The opposite, or you could see the one that shows, when we say foil, that shows contrasts, highlighting the protagonist. Okay, so when it comes to this, foil in Jane Eyre, remember that's always Helen Burns. Okay, that's Helen Burns. Don't forget about that. We have Helen Burns. Okay, next one. What is the Gothic significance of the mad woman in the attic? Bertha Mason. Okay, so the woman in the attic, what is she? What's her significance? Okay. So for this one, okay, our answer is letter A. She represents the repressed anger and dark double of Jane herself. Okay. So it has the same idea as a doppelganger. Okay. But different type. Gothic significance. Okay, next one. Why does Jane ultimately refuse to go to India with St. John Rivers? Okay. It's not about, the danger in traveling, the climate. No, no, no. Okay, and it's not about fortune, money, or letter. It's about she or her realizing St. John Rivers wants to marry her for duty. Just duty, not for love. Okay, there we go. That's why the answer is letter B. Next one, the fire at Thornfield Hall that blinds Rochester and kills Bertha can be interpreted as which literary device or process. So here are some things that you might have to remember about literature. We have Deus ex machina. We have situational irony, purgation, or cleansing, pathetic fallacy. So you can search that up before the big quiz. Okay, let's start. Let's continue. I mean, the answer here is purgation or cleansing of sin. Okay, cleansing of sin. Since Rochester had, let's see, had sins, or he has past sins, and it's for cleansing, Perth's presence. Next one we have, what narrative point of view does Charles Bronte employ in Jane Eyre? Now remember, these are some questions that they would ask, especially about POVs in literature. Last time it was The Happiest Boy in the World by Gonzalez. Okay, but for this one, we have Jane Eyre. The answer here, it's actually first person autobiography. Okay, so that means Jane Eyre herself was narrating or is speaking in the literature. Next one we have, which event serves as the inciting incident in the plot of Jane Eyre? Okay, which one? Inciting incident. Okay. Now for this one, the answer actually is letter C. Jane's rebellion against John Reed, and the Red Room punishment. So it's the time when she actually started standing up for herself or defending herself. So that's why the answer is letter C. Next one, Mr. Brocklehurst's management of Lowood. Lowood School is a critique of which Victorian reality? Okay. So when we think about Victorian reality, it's always about morality. It's always about doing what's right. It's always about being, the pursuit of being righteous. Okay. That's why the answer here is letter B. Okay, hypocritical religious standards and the mistreatment of the poor. That's our answer, letter B. Next one, we have how does Jane Eyre's inheritance from her uncle John Eyre affect the resolution of her relationship with Rochester? Okay, what is the answer here? Okay, the answer here actually is letter B. Okay, it makes her his social and financial equal, allowing for marriage of independence. Okay, so it's like the time when she can say, I am my own mistress, removing the power imbalances. That's what they want about that point. Next one. Reader, I married him. This famous concluding line signifies what shift in Jane Eyre's character arc. So here it's like we can see a part where she broke the fourth wall. Okay, the fourth wall she knows, the protagonist knows. She's a story and someone is reading her story. Okay. But here, okay, which one? The answer is letter B. Her transition from a passive observer to an active agent of her own identity. Oh, I mean destiny. Okay. So that's the uh what do you call that? So that's wait, let me think about this. Okay, so that's her shift. The shift of her character arc. Okay, anyway, so these are famous lines that we need to remember about Jane Eyre. Okay, we have first one, I am no bird. No net ensnares me. I'm a free human being with an independent will. Okay. We have reader, I married him. That one too. Next one. Do you think because I am poor, obscure, plain, and little, I am soulless and heartless? You think wrong. I have as much soul as you, and full as much heart. And next we have I would always rather be happy than dignified. Okay, so she would love to be happy than more than to be dignified. I don't know if that's the same with a lot of people. Okay, next one. Laws and principles are not for the times when there is no temptations. They are for such moments as this. When body and soul rise in mutiny against the rigor. Okay. Yes, so laws and principles, they are much more needed during temptations. Okay, so if you want more, we have more. But if you want to read Jane Eyre, that's good. You can go look for it online, and I hope that could help you for the coming big quiz. So when we say big quiz, we're talking about the lens. Thank you very much, and peace.